Online networking is incredibly important, and it's way easier to do now than it was a few years ago. I remember when I talked about online networking 5 years ago, I was talking about things like Rise and Biznik and Ning. These are names long forgotten. Some of them barely exist, but the dominant platform for online networking today is LinkedIn. In 2014, more than 330 million people had profiles on LinkedIn. About 110 million Americans have profiles on LinkedIn. That's 69% of the workforce. So whether or not you personally like or dislike LinkedIn, honestly, it doesn't really matter because your clients are there, your prospects are there, and it's worth understanding and spending time on the platform. The problem is a lot of people opted into LinkedIn a long time ago and they don't really have a profile that puts their best foot forward. So the first order of business is to make sure your LinkedIn profile really reflects who you are and what makes you a good professional. The first thing I encourage everyone to do is to go to the edit profile mode of LinkedIn and look for a little circle on the right-hand side of the page. It'll show you how complete your profile is. What you want to do is click on that, and then LinkedIn will take you through a series of pages and prompts telling you what you need to fill out in order to increase the completeness of your profile. It won't take you a lot of time, but it will make a huge difference in the way you appear to others. One of the things it's going to suggest is that you make sure to have a photo. And this is important. I'm surprised that there are many agents out there who still don't have photos, or they have the little selfie or something that doesn't look professional. You want to get a professionally shot headshot that fills up the entire box that's dedicated to your photo, because people really want to do business with people they know, and looking at a photo is important for them. The other thing that I suggest you do is take a look at your headline. It's that area right below your name that for many people just says insurance agent. It's very descriptive of that one specific activity they do. But think beyond that. Think about keywords you can introduce into that 120 character space, which is your headline. You can, for instance, call out the type of insurance you specialize in. Restaurant specialist, food truck expert, I saw one guy have on his profile. These things are good because search engines actually now go into LinkedIn, and when someone is searching for a specialist, it'll actually look in the LinkedIn database and find a correlation between that specialist and that geographic area. So it's a little bit of free marketing you can do, and it certainly will pay off for you. The next thing you want to do is take a look at your summary statement. If you don't have a summary statement, you want to have one. A lot of LinkedIn profiles look like resumes, but a summary gives you an opportunity to share the passion you have for insurance, the specialties you have, why you enjoy working with the agency that you're associated with. There are very few agents who do this, but by having a robust summary statement, you're standing out from the pack, you're appearing as a real human being, you're giving somebody a reason to call you when they might have been referred to 2 or 3 different agents. Another very important part of LinkedIn is to be able to focus on building a quality network. It's not a race to 500 connections. A lot of people see LinkedIn as a place where they need to have lots of people they're connected to. LinkedIn will actually cut you off at 500, and you have more than 500 connections, it'll just say 500 plus. It's not about accruing as many connections, it's really about building relationships. Are folks in your network people who you can trust? Are they folks who you can refer? If they're not, you might want to think twice before you connect with them or accept connection requests. Connecting on LinkedIn is really, I think, more of an art than a science. And unfortunately, LinkedIn makes it very easy to grow your network quickly. If you use smartphones and you go to the LinkedIn app and you see someone's face that you know and you hit yes, connect, LinkedIn will oftentimes just send out an instant message saying, I'd like to add you to my professional network. As far as I'm concerned, that's the digital equivalent of Dear Occupant. It doesn't do anything to build that relationship. I do all my connections on LinkedIn on my PC because I can actually send out personalized requests for connection to people I know. Hey, it was great running into you at the chamber event. I'd love to see you more often, but in the meantime, let's connect on LinkedIn. Something short, something from the heart, something personal. It's a relationship building tool. And when you have a quality network on LinkedIn, it's amazing what you can do with it. And this is something I think that agents, especially who are doing commercial insurance, or agents who are just looking to grow their connections in the community, you can go to LinkedIn now instead of Google and type in the name of somebody or a company that you want to associate with, and you'll be surprised how connected you might be to that person. Oftentimes you'll find that you have 2 or 3 people in your network who know folks at that company or know that individual you're trying to reach. Now what you can do is you can reach out to these people who you know and say, hey, I'd like to meet Jane or John or somebody at this big company. Would you mind making an introduction for me? This is one of my best business development tools. I use this all the time with LinkedIn. Last year, I only got 4 requests for introduction from people in my network. I was happy to make them for all 4 of these people who asked. So if you think strategically about LinkedIn, first build a quality profile and then use it actively in your business development, you're going to actually discover that LinkedIn is much more than a place to just archive your resume, but it's a real way to grow and expand your business.